Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. I attempted to do RuneScape content once, maybe twice now, but now that I've gotten a little better at the game, I feel that I can make some relatively decent content. So for the first actual attempt at a video, I want to do 10 kills at Zulrah with a mid to low level account just to show people that it's not as hard as they might think and that it's actually a really good money maker still. So with the introduction out of the way, let's jump right into the video and see what kind of money we can make at Zulrah. So as we start this video, you can see that my gear is a little bit on the higher, more pricey end of the spectrum here. I have Arams, Trident of the Swamp, Infinity Boots, Serphelm, Zenite Jewelry, the Torture and the Suffering. I also have the Anguish for the range setup, the Blowpipe, full Carols. You know, it's a little bit more expensive than what some low-level players could get, even some like med-level players could use. It comes out to roughly around 50 mil just for what I'm showing on screen right now. If you include the things that I couldn't uncharge, such as the Blowpipe, the Trident, and the Ring, it would be an extra 25 mil on top of that. So about 75, 80 mil almost, just for this setup. The reason I like using this is because it works extremely well. It's not the fastest setup in terms of kills, but it works very, very well. Now, if you don't have that much money, I have a budget setup option that works just the same, though it will cost 5 mil because of the Serp helmet. I like to use that because it's one of the easiest ways to learn Zulrah and just so much less hassle. As you can see, the range setup was Black Beehide, Rune Crossbow, you know, Glory, the Avas. Range setup is Mystic with your God Cape. The Iban staff works just fine, and a Spirit Shield. You're going to want to bring 2 rings of recoil, and the ranging pot, the magic pot, a prayer potion, your switches, Zolandra teleports, a home teleport, 3 to 4 sets of Tick Eats, which is a Shark and a Karam one, and you should be just fine to do Zulrah. As you can see, the budget setup is so much cheaper than what I normally use, and the kills are going to be a whole lot slower using this, but they should still be around the 4.5 to 5 minute per kill range, which is still plenty good enough to get some money. Now, I know that the Serphelm is a massive chunk of gold to drop into it, but it is extremely worth it, especially if you're learning, because trying to manage the anti-venom plus the extra recoil, plus the food, and learning the rotation, it's a lot to take in, and it just alleviates so much of that stress from having to micromanage every little thing. So Serphelm is great either if you just don't want to worry about it and have a chill time killing Zulrah, or if you just, you know, you're starting out and you're killing Zulrah for your first few times and then you feel confident enough to be able to micromanage everything and you can get rid of the Serphelm or just not get it in the first place. It's completely up to personal preference. So as you can see, the more expensive setup, its inventory is essentially the same way as the budget setup, minus the extra recoil, because the Ring of Suffering is a recoil that you can recharge with however many charges that you want. So let's go ahead and get into this first kill of Zulrah, and I'll explain the mechanics of the boss, show some stuff, and show you essentially how it works. One last thing before I forget, you can replace the ranging pots and magic pots with the divine ranging pots and the divine magic pots. The only difference is that those last the full length with boosts, while the regular ones do not. Though the kills don't take long enough for both of the pots to fully degrade anyway, so it's really just completely up to you whether or not you want the little extra boost for the extra couple KGP. So now that you've used your Zolander teleport, you're going to want to click on the very last tile of that pier. Once you get there, you're going to want to use your ranging pot, followed by your mage pot, and then click on the boat. Once you click on the boat, you say yes to the option that shows up, and now you're in the fight with Zulrah. The way that you're going to want to do that is click the far left of the upper part of the island as soon as the fight begins, and then start attacking them with your mage gear on. This is the easiest because he does not attack you at all. He throws out the poison clouds and lets you get 4 to 5 completely free hits. After that, this is when the phases start happening. I threw up this image here just to show you, and I'll leave a link to this image in the description. You can tell off of that image the second phase that Zulrah goes into is the phase list that he's going to follow. You can see that I have up here the 3 phases for Zulrah. Green is ranged, blue is mage, and the gray and red is melee. You're going to want to pray accordingly, though the mage phase does shoot ranged projectiles, so you can't protect from those completely. The melee, as you can see here, you can just step around where he's facing and he will not hit you at all. So that won't be an issue basically at all as long as you click properly. The rest of the mechanics for Zulrah is completely based on learning that rotation, which phases he's going to go to, and then following the steps accordingly. If he's mage, you pray mage. He'll hit you with range sometimes, so you eat through that or use your blowpipe spec to heal for that, depending on what setup you're using. Ranged will never hit you if you're praying ranged. And like I said before, you just sidestep the melee attacks. The other thing is when he's in ranged form, you want to attack with mage. When he's in mage form, you want to attack with range. And when he's in melee form, you want to attack with mage. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this kill play out so that you can see exactly how it works. Now, how you go about leaving the Zulrah arena is completely up to you. I like to use my house tab, go back to my house, and pray at my altar to refill my prayer points. you could always use the glory to go back to Edgeville and go to the bank, put your stuff there that way. But I have a mounted glory in my house along with the altar so I can refill my prayer and then go straight to Edgeville to bank. And as you saw, we made about 180k off of just that one Zulrah kill. That is a little bit above average because I got super lucky with this kill. On average, it's around 110 to 130k per kill. It's still extremely good. I'm coming up to the last bit of the second kill right here, and as you can see, I got even more lucky with this just because I'm becoming a YouTuber now. That was around 240, 250k, I believe. That's an extremely good kill for Zulrah. As you can see, I got 729 scales and 10 snapdragon weeds. That is really good. And in total, for the first 2 kills of this video, we've made almost 500k. That's half a mil in probably about 10 minutes of my time. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the last 2 kills of this trip on camera with sped up clips from both Zulrah kills showing the drops afterwards combined from our first trip of the video. So while the Zulrah kills are being sped up in the background here, I want to take this time to shout out the person that did the art of Zulrah for this video. That is at TheGuardianFox on Twitter. I'll put a link to his Twitter in the description of this video. And also, I just want to say, if you enjoy this, or if you found anything helpful, like the video, I'm probably not going to end up becoming a RuneScape YouTuber full send, but if you do like my style of content and you feel like you would want to watch more, I have a few other videos, game reviews, stream highlights, etc. Go ahead and feel free to subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I don't plan on doing this as a job or anything, unless of course it happens, but you know, I just want to put content out here for fun, and I'm doing the best that I can, really. Anyway, thank you so much. Again, even if you just watched this video, hope you have a good day. Also, because I'm a complete idiot, I forgot to mention that there are quest requirements for fighting Zulrah. You have to do Plague City, Biohazard, another quest that I completely forgot the name of, it should be on screen right now, as well as Regicide up to a certain point, but if you're already at that point of Regicide, you might as well just finish the entire quest. It's not that bad, trust me. Go watch Slayer music. So now that I'm finally done with the first trip at Zulrah, you can kind of see that it's a really, really good moneymaker for little to no effort once you get the hang of it. Those 4 kills got me around 600k, 580 something I think. Can't exactly remember, but it was somewhere around those numbers. But you can see that, like, it's actually really, really worth the time that you gotta put into it to learn the boss, because if you're trying to make some quick money, even if you don't have the best gear ever, you can still get a decent little chunk of gold to get you started back up, or if you need to get a bond and you only have like 2 or 3 days left. So we're now on the end of the last kill of Zulrah for the set of 10, and I got a relatively good drop actually. So we're gonna go and check the price of everything that we've gotten from all 10 kills, and then sell it off, see how much gold we actually get, and hope it's a lot. And you can see that my stats are not the best ever, but you know, these 10 kills at Zulrah only took me around 40 minutes or so. which with this price check puts it at around 2 mil an hour, maybe a little bit less with the gear that I had. Because for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I made 1.5 mil. According to the price check anyway. We'll see how good that is when we get to the actual gold at the GE. Well, the price check was basically on the money. I made about 1.5 mil from just those 10 kills and about 40 minutes of my time. The prices on the scales do fluctuate a bit, but it's not too much, but you could expect like 10 to 20k less, depending on when you do it and how much the scales are fluctuating. And, you know, yeah, have fun. Good luck killing Zulrah. Thank you again for watching.
Infection, dripping like a